What's up guys, it's Aaron Nitmar, and we have got a ton to talk about with regards to Smash Ultimate character leaks and the future DLC that is coming out in the near future and beyond what they said for the Fighter Pass. So I'm going to take this character by character and talk about each character, the credibility, and the doubt that we have for each potential leak. But let's talk about the first of four, and the first is Ryu Hayabusa. So Ryu Hayabusa is from Ninja Gaiden, and this is a character that has been talked about quite a bit in the last couple of months. Rumors have floated around about this character for a while, but the big one was that a user named I Am Shifty said that Ryu Hayabusa was going to be the 5th Fighter Pass character. And this is notable because Shifty predicted and correctly leaked Piranha Plant as the first DLC fighter before the Fighter Pass, and he was obviously right because we have Piranha Plant, and that was a very random guess if he was just guessing. Additionally, we have another leaker by the name of Brew Elfin, who coincidentally also leaked Piranha Plant in Smash Ultimate, agrees with Shifty and says that Ryu Hayabusa is going to be the 5th Fighter Pass character. Now you guys may remember a 4chan post which predicted both Terry Bogard and Ryu Hayabusa as the final Fighter Pass characters, but that post got key details wrong that kind of take away all of its credibility. They said that both characters' trailers were going to be continuations of past trailers, with Terry being a continuation of Ken and Incineroar's. And obviously that is not how Terry got announced, because they had a whole custom Neo Geo sprite art trailer to reveal Terry as the next character. So while he did get Terry right, he got key details about the reveal wrong, so it could just have been lucky guessing, or he could have maybe known the characters but just made up the thing about the trailer to seem more credible. I'm not entirely sure, but that 4chan post, for the moment, in my mind, is completely null, and we should just kind of not pay attention to it. But there is information out there that could potentially contradict these two leakers who say that Ryu is going to be the next character. Papa Genos, a YouTuber who specifically covers leaks and hints at Smash and other wider Nintendo news, actually had a source come to him with some information. This anonymous source sent Papa Genos a list of Mii Fighter skins, and what they said is actually very interesting. Now, prior to the Direct, this list seems like it has some very random choices, such as Goemon and the Rocket Grunts, but lo and behold, that is exactly what came to pass. We got exactly that in Smash Ultimate, and so this guy apparently has an inside source, or is the source himself, and he knows exactly what is going on with regards to the Mii Fighter skins and some other DLC stuff in the background. So this person who had information about the Mii Fighter skins is saying that he doesn't agree with Ryu Hayabusa as a character. He thinks, and based on his information, Crash is actually the 5th fighter. So this is definitely conflicting. We have two sets of information from two different sets of people, all of which have gotten things right about predictions and leaks for Smash Ultimate, and they're kind of coming at a loggerheads, I guess. You know, they're coming into conflict because they disagree with each other. So I honestly don't know who to believe. And the weirdest part about all of this is that Wabi Sabi, one of the most profound leakers that we have right now, who actually received a cease and desist from Nintendo for leaking some information on Twitter, is saying that now, based on some new information that she has, doesn't believe that either Crash or Ryu Hayabusa is fighter number 5 for the Fighter Pass, but someone completely different. She doesn't say that they are completely out of the running, you know, because there is DLC afterwards. But for the Fighter Pass, she's saying neither of those characters are fighter number 5, so I honestly don't know what to believe at this point. Now, obviously, if you looked at that list, you can see 2 or 3 costumes that we have yet to see, and those are Mallow/Smithy from Super Mario RPG and the Chocobo from the Final Fantasy series. So both of these are Square Enix focused characters, with Chocobo literally being their own character and Mallow and Smithy kind of being a collaboration between Square Enix and Nintendo from Mario RPG. I'm also not entirely sure why it's written as Mallow/Smithy on this list. It reads like they don't actually know. They know it's going to be either Mallow or Smithy, but they're not entirely sure. But it could have just been odd formatting by the person who sent the message, and they actually are going to do both, and they just sort of clumped them together in a Mario RPG line. But regardless, we have 2 Square Enix skins that are allegedly coming to the game, and this kind of doesn't make sense given that we've already gotten the Square Enix character. You would think that they would have added both of these skins with Hero if that was the only Square Enix character that was going to be added to the game. So obviously these are some pretty compelling circumstances for Geno. If they're going to bring more Square Enix characters to the Mii Fighter lineup, as well as being from Mario RPG, it would make sense that Geno would be the DLC fighter that these Mii Fighter skins come with. So far, Joker and Hero both have had Mii Fighter skins from their own game franchises that came with them when they were released for the actual game. Banjo-Kazooie were the exception, but so far we have 2 out of 3 of the characters that have been in the Fighter Pass come with Mii Fighter skins that are based on games that they come from, so it would make sense for Geno to follow this line. We'll have to wait and see if Terry gets any kind of Mii Fighter skin, although I would probably bet every single one of you $100 that we will see different King of Fighter or Fatal Fury characters get Mii Fighter skins because it seems obvious. So based on the list that so far everything this source has written is correct, except for these 2 that have yet to come out, if these 2 are actually true, then it seems very likely that Geno could be an upcoming fighter. And lastly is a character that is completely unrelated to any other source that we have so far, and that is something that just comes completely out of left field for me, and that is the potential that Reimu from the Touhou series is going to be the 5th character. So Reimu is a character from the Touhou series, which is a very popular Japanese game series. Conveniently, the Twitter account at Reimu for Smash has actually created a big graphic that kind of outlines the timeline for the series of events that sort of compile into maybe Touhou getting a representative in Smash. So first up, we have Sakurai's announcement that the DLC for Smash has been decided. And then a week after that, a 4chan post appeared stating that Touhou remix tracks were being made for Smash by certain Dojin circles. So just to give a little information here, a Dojin refers to a group of people who share an interest or a hobby. And Touhou is a really unique series in that it is largely created by Dojin circles. There's only one confirmed developer of the game, and he reaches out and collaborates with a bunch of other groups for different parts of the game, gameplay or music or art or anything like that. On April 26th, a PS4 port of Touhou 15.5 Antinomy of the Common Flowers was announced, and just a day later, an anonymous 5chan post said that not only was a PS4 port in the works, but a Switch port was as well. Later in the thread, this same leaker posted concept art for Touhou 17.5, which was a then unannounced game. On May 3rd, the Switch port of Touhou 15.5 was officially announced and was to be released after the PS4 port, proving the 5chan poster right. Following that, on August 9th, the leaker posted again talking more about who is in Smash, how Reimu will function, other characters in the game, as well as what the stage will be, and how the music groups close to the developer are very open about what they are currently working on. Then on September 4th, we had an announcement during a Nintendo Direct that we would have even more DLC fighters beyond the Fighter Pass, and following that on October 6th, we saw the announcement of Touhou 17.5, thus proving the leaker correct on his Touhou information. On October 19th, the 15.5 leaker once again confirms that Touhou will be in Smash, with Reimu being the most rumored candidate to represent the series. And he even goes on to list 23 songs that have been remixed specifically for Smash Ultimate. And that's everything that we know so far about Touhou being in Smash. Like the 5chan poster said, these Dojin circles that helped create the Touhou games are very, very open about what they've been contracted for and what they're currently working on. And they haven't shied away from the fact that the remixes they are apparently working on are intended for Smash, which seems a little risky on their part because it seems like they might be breaking some kind of non-disclosure agreement, but this is also through the grapevine, so who even knows if it's accurate? People could just be saying it and saying, yeah, I'm a part of this group, and not actually being a part of anything, and they're just making things up. So who actually knows what the truth is? And those are the 4 characters that have been talked about online with regards to leaks, and which all sort of have some information surrounding them. Honestly, the first 3 make a lot of sense. Ryu, Crash, and Geno all have big circles that sort of push for them to be in Smash, whereas Touhou and Reimu, while it is popular in Japan, seems like a totally out of left field pick. And while that doesn't necessarily discredit them because Sakurai just does what he wants, I mean, he put a plant in the game, it does seem sort of like the black sheep of the 4. But as I said, almost everything that we have right now does have its healthy amount of doubt, whether it's conflicting information or no official sources or, just convenient circumstances. We really just are playing a speculation game when it comes to all 4 of these characters. If you're truly looking at all the information and saying, I think that is true, or I think that is true. I mean, you have to be speculating a little bit at this point because some of the information just doesn't entirely add up. But with all of that said, I would love to know what you guys think down in those comments below. Let me know which of the 4 characters you want specifically. Do you want all of them? Do you want none of them? I would love to know anything and everything. And so far we only have 4, and in my heart, I believe we're going to have a full second fighter pass, a full 5 characters. So that is only 3 of the fighter pass if all 4 of these are accurate. One of them will be the first fighter pass's final character, and then the next 3 will be the second fighter pass's first 3. So that means we still got 2 more characters, assuming there's a 5th fighter pass. So I would love to know who you guys want in Smash if you don't want those 4. That seemed like a mouthful, but in my mind it made a lot of sense. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, and if you're new, be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Have an awesome day.